Welcome everyone to Lights of Miiva, episode 50. 50 of these. My name is Sam Lander, I'll be your GM, and I have some players.
My name is Zerder, playing Lumi, the Circle Star Strud.
Hi, I'm Suda, playing Risha, the Rogue Warlock.
Hello, I am Sadie, playing Zari, the Paladin Barbarian.
And I'm Inter, I'm playing Cryer the Monk.
And I'm Ashes, and I play Ibrakit the Wizard.
So last time, you guys finished off your shopping and went to go register yourselves at one of the guilds in town. After some conversation there and maybe finding a job to take while you're waiting for the sinkhole job to be posted, you brain fart. Well, you did that, and then as you were leaving, you saw somebody who might look familiar, and Tiasa was coming to the guild herself, and you being 8th level, your GM underestimated your ability to track somebody down, and you captured her. But you had a talk with her, and then let her go, with the promise that you would meet at an inn, or a bar, this evening. Lumi, not being part of that conversation, followed her to her place in the castle ward, where he observed a conversation that he did not understand, being in a language that he did not speak. Lumi then flew back, told everybody, "Hey, I know where she is," and everybody's like, "Yeah, we're gonna meet her tonight." And Lumi's like, "Okay, we're gonna go meet her tonight." So you guys headed to the tavern. Felt like you were probably gonna get stood up, but noticed the rogue coming up to the table, hiding way worse than your ability to spot them. Had a conversation. They drank your liquor, and then they led you out into the night with the promise of actually meeting up with Tiasa. And I believe that is where we're going to pick up. And I don't remember anybody's names or where this was at. Oh, there's some names. Okay. Right, Adora. So, Adora waits for you to leave the bar. You guys paid, I believe. And she does the whole, like, as soon as you're all out, she does the, like, classic rogue, like, put her cloak hood up and kind of slink through the shadows. And she heads to one of the canals in the canal ward. I
guess we just follow her.
She's not. For some of you, she is a portion of the night where you only catch her when she's out of the shadows. For Lumi, like, yeah, no, tracking her is no real big fight.
I'll follow Lumi.
As you guys get to the canal, there's a set of stairs that lead down to the actual water level. And she heads down the stairs, and there is a canal boat, which none of you guys have taken a ride on yet. And then she hands something to the guy with the pole. I don't know the official term. Drover? No. The guy with the pole on this canal boat. And she steps inside of it. The guy's looking like a little bored. He's just kind of sitting and waiting he pockets the whatever it was that he got paid. And he waits for you guys to board.
Lumi at least does so.
Where is she going?
She's on the boat.
Oh, then I'll join.
Zari also joins.
Well, I'm not staying here alone, but like, it's gonna make me seasick. I hope you guys are ready for this.
As you guys all get aboard, it's crowded. Adora has taken the very front seat. She's kind of almost up on the little prow, and she's kind of got that like, I'm in this chair, but I'm not really seating. She's a little like ready to move is the impression you get from her. As the last of you alight the boat, the man, the guy stands up, pushes his cane or the pole. He's got like a 14 foot pole, pushes it against the canal wall, and it kind of gets you out towards the middle. And he makes a couple of motions, turning it around. Turning the boat around towards the actual river, and he pushes out, and it's a very smooth journey. Adora kind of looks over y'all and says quietly, you can still hear her just fine. Says quietly to you, "Why did you take the job?"
The job to find Tiasa,
Yes.
because we were worried about her. I don't think I can speak for everyone, but my main intention was never to force her back. She seems nice, and I don't. I have lost family personally, and I've been uprooted unwillingly. So her disappearing brought out a part of me that wants to make sure she's all right and not struggling.
Her hood kind of hides her expressions a bit. But you get the sense that she nods a little bit and goes, "She's thriving here. You don't know what it was like in her house. She had everything that she could want except for freedom." At which point the boat kind of goes out into the current of the river and kind of turns itself downstream. The guy he isn't really like poling anymore as the boat kind of takes itself. And she goes, "She's not rich here. She was, but that was months ago. But she's thriving in a way that she could not there. She's afraid that you're going to, and if not you, but that you're going to truss her up and deliver her to her father." I feel like that's still an option. I don't know that I trust you.
Lumi will look around at his compatriots and look back at her and say, for the time being, I feel confident in saying none of us will bring her back to her father against her will.
I nod.
The boat travels underneath a bridge and back out into the ocean, or not back out into the river. The driver of the boat hits something on the side of it, and the boat noticeably darkens as you guys cross over the threshold of the castle ward. We're almost there, Adora says. As you cross under the second bridge, the guy pushes a little bit on the floor to kind of push back over away from the center of the thing towards the edge of the bridge, and somebody tosses a line from somewhere underneath the bridge, and Adora catches it, ties it to the front of the boat with a quick knot, and you guys are hauled, like you can feel the tugs as you are hauled bodily, or the boat is hauled bodily towards the shore. The boat driver nods, and as the boat pulls up to the edge of the shore, you guys can see a small ledge and a door hidden kind of in the shadows underneath this bridge. 2-3 feet from the edge, Adora alights out of the boat and lands nimbly onto the shore. And you guys see a half-orc woman in breastplate hauling the boat in, just hand over hand pulling on the rope to pull the boat up. As the boat touches the little shelf here, she ties off the rope to a stanchion there, and then offers a hand to anybody who might want assistance actually crossing over onto the threshold.
I'll jump out without her help and say, thanks, Angelica.
Give me an insight check, please, if you would, Cryor. With a 22, she looks a little surprised at your knowing who she was. She covers it fairly well, but you definitely get that, like, eyes a little wider, the like, what does he know sort of thing.
I will accept her help more of as a trying to attain favor, like I wouldn't look as threatening if I took help from them getting out of than anything, but Lumi would take assistance in getting off the boat.
Yeah, she's Zari when she's not giant sized, but well muscled, well armed, firm grip, like you can see a lot of you can kind of tell she's a half orc, just because of what you've been told. The features are a little rougher than you might expect in a Feyan. Like you don't have, there's not the refinement that you might see of long ears or more fine bone structure. Definitely like heavy. This gal's built heavy, and you think she might be built heavy even for a half orc. As the rest of you get onto the shore, Adora rolls her eyes, and opens the door. And says, "Did you really have to set the trap?" And Angelica, in a pretty heavily accented voice, goes, "Yes." But why did you have to set the trap? Is in case she not good people. Right, but if they're coming here, then they like it's just heavy sighs. She flicks something and then opens the door. Yes, but what if they're not good people? We don't know. Could be wrong group. You guys head in?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah,
Ye-
follow.
The boat person gets off last after you guys, and Adora leads the way, Angelica right behind her, and then you guys follow in after them, and then the boat person closes the door after himself. You can hear the click of the lock as he locks it, and you guys are in. It's pitch dark. Do you have any who all has night vision or low light or anything?
Risha
I,
does.
bel I believe only Risha does.
All right, so Risha, you're the only real one who can really see. Everybody else, you can. It's not completely pitch dark. Like there's just the faintest glow from somewhere. So you're not really tripping over yourself. You can like see the next person, but you really can't see more than that. Risha, it's enough that your low light vision can guide you. You guys are in built, like, this is not carved stone, but this is like built brick hallway. It's got kind of a gentle curve to it, goes fairly far forward. Adora and Angelica are talking to each other. Does anybody here speak speak Elvish? Elven?
Let me check. No, I speak Orc.
So
I don't think any of us did.
so Lumi, you recognize this language, but you don't know what the words mean. But it's kind of a terse conversation. You guys can sense some of the emotions behind it, but not really understand the words. And you're led, I don't know, 50, 100 feet under the place. There's a couple of doors that you pass along the way. And then you are led into a room. There's a ladder in the back of the room leading up to a closed portal or closed floor Door.
Trapdoor.
Trapdoor. Thank you. Sometimes I just can't words. And there's 8 or 10 candles out on the table. Very limited lighting in here. There's a kobold standing, or you're not sure if they're standing on their chair or if they just have a very tall chair, but is kind of at the same level as a human seated at the far end of the table. There is a Dora, and there's a half elf who is seated like just so long table, far end, human. Just to the human's right, your left, is a kobold who's fairly not tall for the kobold. Like they're probably standing on their chair. You can't really see, but like head is same height as human seated. To the near end of the table, just kind of in the first spot, is a half elf wearing leather armor. She's got a set of, or she's got like a tool in one hand, and she's got a little clockwork something on the table that she stops tinkering with as you guys walk in. And as you walk in, the door closes behind you, and Tiasa, instead of the boat person, steps around to the side.
Good disguise.
She takes a deep breath. Yeah, well, can't do that again today. So I guess we're here now. The Angelica goes, "He's here now. Can talk. Can fight. Probably bad idea. Is only 5 of you. Is 6 of us."
Yeah, that wouldn't be fair for you.
She grins. Tiasa goes, "All right." She motions to each person in turn. So Kashi, the motioning to the kobold, the Brunhild, motioning to the human, Marianne, motioning to the half elf. You've of course met Adora, motioning to the elf, and Angelica, which apparently you know already, Lumi.
I said her name.
Oh, you said her name. Sorry, not Lumi. Then Kryar.
Yeah, we of course went sent out to seek out Tiasa. So we did our little investigation ourselves. So yes, we don't know who you are, but we do know your names. But now we know the faces with them.
I mean, we could be wearing fake faces, says
You did.
Marilyn.
Oh, Tasha did. But yeah.
Yeah, she's gonna have to teach me that trick. The kobold says something in Draconic, and everybody around the table chuckles a little bit. I don't think anybody speaks Draconic either.
And I'll point out to our group and introduce everybody. And yeah, but
Yeah,
Tasha already knows. Tiasa already knows.
Brunhilde goes, "Yeah, Tiasa's told us tales of y'all. Don't know that I believe all the tales that she's told us. But, so we're here now. And you're going to explain why it's safe for you to know where she is. Because we've been... Since she joined our group, or formed our group, Tiasa goes, kind of shrugs. Either way, we've been guarding her from people finding out where she is, who she is.
I heard multiple groups were sent out to seek her, so I'm happy that you shield her like this and care for her.
She's a friend. She's got a mission. I mean, she's also really good at missions, but she's a friend. And so we can't let her dad take her. He's bad to end life as stuck in home. Got to go out adventuring.
So I don't see a reason for us to take Tiasa back. She has found a good set of friends. She is keeping herself safe and keeping herself healthy as adventurers can be. Am I right?
Kashi. Oh, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
Kashi says something in Feyan. I'm trying to think of a good accent for Kashi, and I'm completely blanking. So I'm just gonna use my normal one. She says, so you're going to give the payment back.
Did we get a payment? We were just told that we were going to look for her. We have looked for her. We found her. Our job is done.
You're not going to tell, though.
That is what I'm trying to get at. Her butler came with us and is currently maintaining the house we have rented for our time in the city.
Tiasa blinks a few times. Oscar's here?
Yes.
Why is Oscar here?
Yeah.
Oscar is very concerned about you. As not just an employee of your father, but also as someone who is looking out for your well-being. I think his motivations for being here are of his own accord and not just because he was sent by your father.
Although we're not sure of his motives or his means to get you back, so I would still be cautious if you want to contact him.
You can't let him know I'm here, because he's still my father's creature person.
Yeah, that's why I told you not to trust him, but he is concerned of you. That's for sure.
You're not gonna let him know I'm here, right? That you ran into me? That would be bad.
No, I'm trying to get to that. So
She deep breath.
We have a few options. We can tell Oscar, who will tell your father that we have information that your group has moved on to a different city. This will possibly throw throw your father's agents off your trail for at least a while. You've taken a boat down to Ook or over to the Crimson, over to the what is it, the Crimson
The Burgundy Coast.
Burgundy Coast. Wrong color.
Yep.
Wrong red. Yeah, the Burgundy or the Burgundy Coast. This will buy you a little time.
Is you could say that we're here and we could go to Ook. I could take you to Ook. We could go to Ook. I keep saying we should go to Ook. And there's kind of a sigh around the table. No, it's good town. It's good town. Okay, it's bad town too. 2 towns. But parts of it's good town.
It has a dragon running it.
Ook has dragon. Wait, Ook has dragon? Who dragon? I killed dragon.
You do not want to kill these
elbowing
dragons.
Zari. Like pointy bit of elbow into side of Zari.
Ah, what?
So Kashi is just staring holes into you, Zari. And Angelica is like all worked up. Points me at the dragon. This small dragon though, right?
No, it's very big dragon.
Oh.
Very, very angry dragon that you don't want to piss off because very angry dragon has lots of very angry friends.
Is not a problem.
I
Don't
love
worry.
you as fuck, kid, but I would avoid this one.
Marilyn leans over to probably you, Iberkeet, and goes, she thinks she has a dragon slaying sword. It just says on it dragon slaying. It's not actually a sword of dragon slaying. She's not dumb, but sometimes I swear that woman.
Enthusiastic.
That sounds like a good assumption if it says it on the sword.
I think the previous owner named it. And the spelling is weird. Iberkeet, give me an investigation roll, please. Because I know you're really good at that. Or you're not as good at this investigation. As you're looking, 16, probably good enough. There's an apostrophe in that dragon slaying.
Oh.
Dragon slaying. And
An
it
apostrophe and a space.
yeah.
Oh, it's a bard sword.
It's big. Big sword. All right.
Okay, it was definitely compensating for something.
But now we
Um,
know you're safe and in good hands. Could you please let your dad know that you are safe and in good hands? You know, write him a letter.
If I
He's
write
worried about you.
him a letter, he might be able to use it to track back
Oh.
to me.
Then pay somebody to go to Ook and send it from there.
Marilyn kind of has a thoughtful expression and goes, it's not a bad idea. Can you all convince Oscar? But don't do it today because it's too soon. But convince Oscar that we've traveled to Ook. And then we can maybe send a letter from there. If I put it in... Ooh, I could put it in a thing. and she digs at kind of beneath her feet and comes out with half of a mechanical bird. It's the right half. Could train this to fly to. How far is Ook from here?
Do I know that
No.
from books?
Give me your book knowledge roll. I think you have a special roll for that, don't you?
Yeah, it's just history.
Don't-
An advantage if you want to give.
Um,
Well, it doesn't matter if it was advantage or not.
it's 12. So 12. It's half a continent away. Both of you can know that. Thousands of miles.
Months of travel by foot.
Yeah, but you wouldn't want to walk there because there's a mountain range in the way and a swamp.
So, a couple of weeks with both. Boat.
Yes, about. Do I have a
And an ocean?
Yeah, be on the ocean. So the problem with the ocean is it's the sea of the shoot brain. Sea of Tears is not the. Is it the Sea of Tears? I forget what I named it, and now I'm bad at world building, or at least remembering my own world building.
I was to say you're not bad at world building, but bad at remembering.
Yeah. There. Haha. Bringing up a world map. You guys can look at the screen to see the world map. Yeah, the Sea of Tears. I remembered a thing. So here, oopsie. Zoom in. Here's where you are right now. I don't know how much stream delay there is, and so it's weeks by boat up to Auckland, or down to Ook. You said so. Ook is actually harder than Auckland. Oh right. Okay, my brain was no. There is a dragon in Ook. No, go away, stupid AI. Everything I don't want. Anyway, Sea of Tears. If you want to go to Ook, what you do is you sail along the coast into past these islands, and then you sail past these islands, and then you sail down here and then along the coast this way. Because sailing directly is a good way to not have a ship at the end of it. It's called the Sea of Tears because don't stop trying to do stuff. Okay. Because it is full of unpredictable weather and is very poorly mapped. So there are times where you'll be sailing and there will just be land or a reef in the middle of it that is not on this map, right? So the very careful people sail all the way out into the eastern or southwestern, ocean, and then back along the coast to the south coast. Less careful people follow along the archipelago here. All right. I don't have that on. I should probably put that on as a map on the D20. Anyway.
You had it once.
Different game. But this game, the closest is the this map.
Yeah.
Which is zoomed in. All right. So Brunhilde kind of pipes up and goes, your contraption won't be good enough to make it past the Sea of Tears. I'm sorry. It's not that good. If a boat can't make it, neither can a bird. And Marilyn, you think there's an old argument going on here, and they switched languages into Elvish, and there's just a rapid fire back and forth of argument. Tiasa kind of goes to you guys and goes, Elvish has kind of become the lingua adventura for our group, because not many people here speak it, and not everybody's the best at Feyen. And Brunhilde goes, or not Brunhilde, Angelica goes, I'm fine at Feyen. Not you, Angelica. And Kashi just kind of shrugs her shoulders. Kind of makes a small motion.
Can the bird make it to the other city that Angelica was really, enthusiastic about?
Brunhilde pipes back up. Probably not. I mean, she's never flown anything over a mountain range, so probably not to Ook either.
So neither Orkla nor Ook is reachable by that contraption.
Marilyn looks
Well,
very disappointed.
How about you not use the bird?
Use another solution to get a message across from another city. And if you find a way to get that message to a city, and you contact us again, we'll say that you are in that city.
Tiasa kind of looks at the rest of them. They have a conversation back and forth in Elven.
Gives you a lot of chance to not take our suggestion for a place to go and just let us know after the fact. For all we know, you could have left that city again by the time we get word.
Tiasa goes, it sounds like a plan. It's more workable than what Adora wanted to do. And Adora just kind of rolls her eyes.
It's more workable than... we talked about the bell, right?
I think you guys did?
I haven't mentioned the bell to anyone of this group.
I thought somebody mentioned the bell.
I mentioned the bell to Tiasa last time and said that we weren't going to use it. Lumi wasn't with us.
Right.
I will say to Tiasa, any solution, we're not going to use the bell, but any solution is better than that. So let's find one, and the bell is out of the question. But let's find a solution that you still contact your father, make sure that he is happy that you're safe, and he is off your back for at least a bit.
Could I have everybody make a insight check, please? It's your Lord, Iberkeet. Also, Lumi, very good. Risha is Risha. Zari is also Zari.
By this.
1, 2, 3, 4. Who's missing? Cryor?
Cryer rolled a 20.
20.
Oh, a 20. All right. So could I have Cryor, Iberkeet, and Lumi? Or no, Lumi's a 19. Yeah, no, Cryer, Iberkeet, and Lumi. Please join me in the sideboard. So when you guys mention the bell, you see a flash of something cross Tiasa's face. And then a very careful schooling of her expression. And you... Okay, so that's what all three of you noticed. Could have Iberkeet and Cryor remain.
I have to admit, I got only half of what was said because Discord used a inordinate amount of time to connect me to the channel.
Okay. So what you see is you saw, when you guys mentioned the bell this time, you saw something cross Tiasa's face and then her, like, very carefully school her expression.
Okay.
And then...
See you in a bit.
Yep. Iberkeet and Cryor, you two have seen Risha make the identical expression as the start of that, but then usually followed by Risha telling something about what her patron wants her to do, because Risha isn't subtle about such things. Any questions?
No, I think I got enough.
All right, back to the main portion.
So maybe you guys can think about it and, you know, send us a message or contact us, or we contact you. I don't know. We have a mission here in the city to save the city and blah blah blah, and we have some accepted a mission to go into some caves or something. So we will be here for some time.
They look around the table and nod. Seems like Tiasa goes, it seems like a plan. We will contact you. We will, if we want to contact you, we'll leave a message at the bar. They know us there, and they'll hold something for us. So just...
the Griffin's Den?
Yes. Thank you for remembering the name of the place. Because your GM is distractible and terrible at naming things. All right. Tiasa goes, I feel okay, gals. I'll lead them out. And Adora says something in Elvish, and Tiasa takes a deep breath, and kind of gins up. It appears to gin up her courage, and she goes, "No, I'll be fine in Fan." And she opens the door behind you and heads out into the hallway. She...
On the way out, I casually ask to the air in front of me, do you mind if we put on some lights and just torch in my hand magic?
No, that's okay. She was looking for something on her character sheet. Spells. No. Okay. So she leads you back. She leads you back out to the dock, and goes. The actual owner of the boat will probably want it later. He's gonna wake up with such a headache. So if you just take it down the river and leave it outside the port somewhere, then I'm sure he'll find it. Or somebody will find it. Thanks.
I do not know how to operate those things, so I think I'm just gonna walk.
And she looks at the fact that there's only water or vertical cliff or vertical wall face. There's no like path from here of walking, but she's her expression definitely reads the, well, if you can walk on water, I suppose. She looks at, she catches each of your eyes as much as possible, like to look into each of your eyes as much as possible, and goes, thank you for being who I always thought you were when you first met me, when I first met you.
Just a group of adventurers wanting to help.
Yeah, the stories say they exist, but sometimes you wonder.
And you let us into your house, so yeah, of course we're worried about you.
If you ever need help with anything, try to contact us.
Yeah, you
Sending
can.
something. We'll
I'll-
be there for you.
I'll let you know. The bell you have. What are you gonna do with it?
Probably gonna give it back to your father.
That seems like a terrible idea.
Which is why it'll stay out of his hands, and Lumi will bird from off.
But you could, he could just turn to a sea animal and drag the boat.
She giggles a little bit. But if you can fly, why wouldn't you?
Because we can't.
I mean, I'm not going to say I'm disappointed that you all can't fly, but...
I mean, I can make a person fly one at a time.
Never
They
change,
may not
sorry.
like the landing, but
She pats you. She like tentatively reaches out to pat you on the shoulder, Zari, as if if you've ever met your heroes and they turn out to be an awesome person and you're like in close physical proximity, yeah, that expression on her face. As she kind of taps you on the shoulder and then gives you all a schoolgirl grin, and heads into the door, and then you guys hear the click of the lock of the door behind you, and you are left underneath a bridge with a apparently stolen gondola that's tied to the port, and a flying a druid who's flying up above your head.
So, what now?
I
Kind of
guess
look at the stick or something, I guess.
I want to have Jawbreaker stay here and keep an eye on comings and goings.
Okay. There's absolutely a perch that Jawbreaker could land and watch.
Stealthily.
Yes. Like, it's the bridge is one of those things that has like, there's shelves. It's got, big arches and stuff, and there's shelves that look back over here, and so Jawbreaker would be in the shadow of the bridge, not obviously. What kind of owl is Jawbreaker?
I think the picture I picked is a barn owl. Like a snowy barn owl.
Ah. So, I mean, probably blend in with some of it. Not a perfect match to the stone, but but definitely close enough that somebody would have to be looking specifically for Jawbreaker to actually see them. So stealthily, absolutely 100%. It's gonna be further than 100 feet, though.
Yeah.
Pretty quickly, but
Yeah, but I think we always know each other's locations, so if something happens
yes,
that's worth reporting, he can just come find me.
correct.
So, guys, I should just push off the boat and see how it works.
You guys can take the boat. I'll meet you up top.
Isn't our house on a canal or near one?
Yeah, it's near one.
I mean, we could just take the gondola. I mean, it's.
So
Do you know how it works?
I mean, it. You put the stick in the water and push off stuff. It's. I don't think it'd be that hard.
So as you guys are having this conversation, Risha just starts climbing up the wall. I imagine you, Risha, like it's just ground, just vertically from or horizontally from the wall, just walking up it. I don't know if that's actually how it works, but this is just the picture in my head. Is just you just walk along the ground, just up the side, and then just straight, like face up, walking up the wall. Anywho,
Well, I'll give it a try, I guess.
all right. So you guys cut the gondola away from,
No, wait.
huh?
Yeah, but I tried to tap the side as well to make it dark or something. Not sure what she did by the gates.
It's still dark. So
Oh, it's still in that mode.
it's still in that mode.
Oh, okay. Then I'll just go ahead.
All right. So I would like from you, this would be a driving check for a boat. There's actual skills for that, I think, but I don't remember what they're called.
It's a tool proficiency.
Ah, so you're not proficient, but it would be dexterity based. Okay, yeah, Cryer, smooth sailing. It's harder, like you're pulling it up the river, so it's not the easiest thing you've ever done, but it like Zari said, you're just pushing off of things. Like it's made to go through the water in a straight line. So it's not very long until you work your way up to the canal that runs past your place. This one here.
It's a stolen boat. Should we really take it home or just ditch it somewhere where it's dark and then walk away?
I don't know. That's up to you guys. It's only 3 of you in the boat. There's only 3 of you in the boat.
Yeah, Ibiki and Zari with me, right?
Yep.
Yeah. So we dump it?
No, I say we take it back with us.
Well, then I don't want to have anything to do with it. Here, take the helm.
All right, Zari. Cryor, just give me a athletics check to jump off this boat in motion, Cryor. As you leap for shore.
That acrobatics?
I think jumping is athletics. You're fine. So nimbly, Cryer hops up onto the edge of the boat, and you feel like the thing rock a little bit as he leaps and lands on one of the little platforms.
Can you like walk on water, whatnot? Are you still learning that?
I think I'm still learning that. I cannot walk on walls yet.
Cool monk stuff happening later. All right. So Zari, now I need a dexterity check from you as you try to control this boat up to the canal. It's easier now. Oh my goodness. Because it's, the calm water of the canal, but unfortunately, the first time you stick the pole in the water, it gets stuck in something, and you push away, and the pole stays there, and the boat sails on down up the canal, and it's 10 feet away, and it's 15 feet away, and it's 20 feet away, and you're in the middle of the canal, and you have no way of controlling this thing. It's just drifting at this point.
I sit down on the boat, pull out my sword, and start using it as a canoe paddle.
It's not great as a canoe paddle. It's you soak yourself pretty thoroughly. Iberkeet, you're safe from getting splashed because you're on the far end of the thing. And eventually, Zari, it's like an hour of like splashing your way. You manage to get over to one of the little platforms. And like the thing comes to rest kind of at a weird angle, but it's now up against the platform.
So we're gonna need to get another one of those stick thingies.
I'm going to bluntly start a conversation with, we might need to use the bell to get that pendant away from her.
Ooh, this is perfect because it's only the two of you.
What pendant?
The obsidian amulet.
Wait, the one that you had before?
Yes.
Why didn't you tell me?
I thought I did.
I didn't know she had it. Great, now... And I didn't use my paladin senses to see if there was anything off, because I trusted her, and... it's probably talking to her, isn't it?
Absolutely.
Oh boy.
I'm pretty sure it's what allows her to change forms.
Oh great, she's a warlock now.
About this time, Risha, you're walking along the edge of the canal and see Iberkeet and Zari talking at the boat at the bottom.
My nose is itchy. Someone must be talking about me.
Cryer probably around there somewhere too. Lumi, you can fly,
I'm
so
booking it. I'm booking it at home.
about this time, Iberkeet, Jawbreaker flies over and lands on the prow of the boat near you, and you get the mental impression of a doorway vanishing.
Interesting.
Not sure if just like illusion, or if you're not 100% sure what Jawbreaker isn't sure what caused it. Just like the door was there, and then the door is no longer visible, and it's just the impression of a blank wall.
Okay. And the door to their lair is gone. Say out loud.
So, and it's probably doing the same thing it did to you. It's probably doing to her, which means we're going to need a pretty powerful healing spell to fix that.
There's no telling how long she's had it.
At least as long as we've been gone, so that's what, almost 7 months.
Yeah, she's had it longer than I think you did, Ibrikit. I think. Actually, I don't remember how long you had it.
Yeah, me neither.
Well, I don't know what we can do about it right now. Do you think her teammates know?
Can't tell. If they do, they probably just think it's a convenient magical trinket.
Sorry, there's no evidence of 10-foot or longer poles anywhere around here. Occasionally, another gondola will pass, as you guys are seated here. But other than that, you don't see any convenient way to keep the gondola.
So I guess we just set it here, and I mean, we can't like tie it to a post on the shore or something.
All right. You
Hello?
you're fine.
Okay.
So you tie off the gondola. It's up to you whether you want to try to get it back to your place or not at some of the future time. But you guys all work your way back to the house. When you get there, it's late. It's pretty obvious that Oscar is here. Although it's late enough that he's probably like asleep in his room. There's a bunch of like dinner rolls staying warm on the stove, and there is a large cauldron is the wrong word, pot of soup that is being kept warm by the remnants of the fire in the stove as well. It smells amazing.
Still didn't have any luck with sending stones, though.
That's right, he was going to look for those for you. Okay, yes. So, y'all are back at the house.
As much as I love your cooking, Zari, this soup smells way better. And bug-free.
Could use some better spices.
Right, where's the kettle? I need water.
And thank you, Lumi, for, just letting us hanging there, flying away.
You're welcome.
So, the next several days transpire without a whole lot of action. You guys get ready to go either visit the cave or go into the pit hole or sinkhole. So we're gonna go ahead and finish off a week of a long rest here. So I will let you guys do a long rest action. You don't have to spend anything for upkeep because Oscar is taking care of that for you. But what are each of you doing during your downtime over the remainder of this week?
I had a new weapon that I'm not familiar with, so I think I will try to, train with it.
Okay. I'm not going to make you roll anything for that because you are proficient in it. So I will just let you, at the end of this, you're proficient with the parts of it at least. I'll let you be proficient with that weapon at the end of this week. You've stuck it in a lot of things, and it's like thunked into wood near people's arms, legs, and faces more than once. Usually in control, but not always in control.
Does that unsettle me, or do I know that's just my own foolery?
It's your own foolery. I mean, it's up to you
Okay.
how you feel about it. All right, I need.
No, it's not like it was right on target and somehow it missed.
No.
Like, okay.
This is a. Oops! I didn't notice your face there.
Okay.
All right. I'm going to roll Project Clock for Oscar to find sending stones. So that is a DC 10. Be uncommon magic item. Oscar failed horribly. All right. So he, at the end of the week, has not had any luck finding sending stones. So, Cryor is working on his new tool, working with Mom towards getting Eldritch Adept feat. Ooh. Go ahead and roll your clock on that, Risha. Most feats. So that's standard difficulty. DC 10, 4 segments. And have you got any
No, not yet.
so that would be probably Eldritch Adept. I'm not 100% sure what that is off the top of my head.
Learning an additional Eldritch Invocation.
Right. That would be Charisma, so add your Charisma to it. What does that get you?
Charisma is a +3.
So 7 is still insufficient, so you don't progress the clock at all.
Mm-hmm.
All right, who's next?
I would like to start training the Warcaster feat.
Okay. That would be probably intelligence based. If you sell me on using a skill, I'll take it. how are you training this? Or is it like practice, or is this like I have read this in a book and I have like studied hard?
Hmm. The thing I most want out of it is the ability to do somatic components even with my hands full.
Ah, yeah, that's good. Sure. I would give you intelligence or sleight of hand.
Sleight of hand is a 2 plus 2, and intelligence is a plus 5.
Go for intelligence. 14. So that exceeds the DC of 10, but not more than once. So you gain 1 tick on a project clock for that. I will say, at the end of this week, if you guys choose, you can go. Well, let's finish off this and then we can discuss. But, pardon me, Eberkeet, give me. You also have a new spell book that you haven't read at all yet. Please just give me a straight luck roll for. I'm assuming you spend some time just reading it.
Yeah. D20?
Yep, D20. It's in a language. It's in a language. You recognize that it's a language.
What if I cast comprehend languages?
Okay. Can you pop that spell into chat, please?
Yes. It's a ritual, so I can spend...
Time.
Yeah.
Any spoken language that you hear, any written language that you see, but you touch the surface. Okay. So this is written in Abyssal, which is always super pleasant to read. And it's a spell book, and you don't comprehend languages won't tell you what spells it is.
Yeah.
It's also got stories in it.
Ooh.
Stories about how great the
Knowledge.
writer of the book was and how awesome each spell is. Those sorts of stories. Very self-aggrandizing. All right. Who is next? Zari and Lumi, I think, are left.
Let's see. I have do I have my in progress amulet of the devout on me?
Yes. I don't remember where that was from, but sure.
It was magic item I was crafting during our long rest.
Sure.
That I was helping to craft, so
Yeah. Yes, I will allow that you have it. You have an Eberkeet to help you with the magical portions of the crafting, so yes, you may work on that.
okay. So what do I need to roll for that?
Arcana or tool use? If you have crafting tools that you're proficient with. 18,
18.
on an Arcana. So what level of magic item is this? An uncommon item?
I think so. Yes, uncommon.
So uncommon is a DC 10, so that's 1 segment for DC 10 plus another tick for hitting a 15 for 5 over. So that's 2 further ticks on your project clock.
Okay, well I was 3 out of 4, so
You complete it.
Yep.
You now have a completed thing that you just mentioned.
Amulet of the Devout.
That one. Go ahead and add it to your character sheet. Lumi,
Yeah.
what you working on?
There's not much to work on. I'm holding out hope that if we ever get around to rescuing Anya, there's a feat I want that would thematically fit then.
Okay.
But there's not a lot of anything else that I really need or want, actually.
If
So I'll
you,
probably be the one that's running around helping helping others.
I was gonna say, if you wanted to help somebody else out with one of their tasks, you could roll for them. Basically, act as a
Sounding board.
Basically, advantage to somebody who's currently done a thing and failed to roll. So I'd let you act as a second person for that to give somebody advantage if you want.
How well does Lumi like Risha at this point in time?
I don't know. That's a question for Lumi.
I think likes Risa just fine. Isn't so fond of Mab right now, though.
Yep, and you're working with Mab, so no help for Risha.
Help out Iberkeet then?
I would probably resonate with the project.
Go for it. Either Iberkeet can roll again, having basically having advantage, or I would let you roll as well, Lumi. It would be a charisma roll for you because you're doing the assistance.
You roll again, Iberkeet. It's not dumped, but it's a 0.
It's not a minus, and you can always roll a 20.
Mine's a minus.
Well, it'd be an intelligence roll again for you, basically re-rolling the.
Yeah, my intelligence is +5. I've maxed out my intelligence for now.
As have Lumi with his wisdom.
There's ways to get that higher somehow, right?
Boons and that book you have to read.
There's
Right.
magic items that'll
Per
take you
week.
above 20. And there are... Yeah. I think, yeah.
Epic boons, as in gifts from gods.
Right.
And
All right.
the tome of whatever stat you want. Things that the books recharged in 100 years or so.
Yeah,
Oh,
you
yeah,
know,
those
you
things.
can't really get ability scores above 20 without, like, serious magic.
Yeah. So go ahead and roll it again. A 10. Well, that passes. Just. So add a tick to a 4-spot clock for that. And then everybody can, over the course of this week, make one pull on the box.
The box from the Haifa castle.
The fancy box of weapons.
Okay, and
Yep,
it's
the box of holding.
Is that a D100 roll or a
It's
D20 roll?
It's just a straight luck roll, D20. Tell me what you're thinking of before you reach in.
If you're really, really lucky, it's in there already and you don't have to roll.
So you know there is a Masterwork Flamberg in there. I think that's the only thing that you guys have figured out.
Yep.
And that's everybody?
Yep, everybody does it once.
All right. I'm looking for a rapier.
Is it only weapons?
You don't know what's in there.
Okay.
It's you stick your hand and think of something and hope someone surrendered it in a search sometime in Haifa's recent history.
So Ibriki, you reach in and reach around, thinking as hard as you can of rapiers, and your hand never touches a thing.
Box is empty.
Sure feels like it. Who's next?
Probably just grab, hold in, and fist in the box and think moonsicle.
Okay. Give me a luck roll. With an 11. You reach in thinking of moonsicle, and your hand touches a object in there that does not feel like a moonsicle, and as you're thinking of it, you lose track of it. It felt like the hilt to something, but it's not a moonsicle.
Well, we already knew there's a big sword in there.
You did know that.
Well, there's the big sword in there. Just felt it.
I'll just think hard about low light vision, dark vision, that kind of stuff.
Okay. You reach around for a
And
while.
I see nothing.
And you feel nothing. Risha.
Can I use my inspiration?
Sure. You can use your inspiration for any d20 roll.
Nah.
It's still nothing.
Reese's just straight up gonna pick up the prettiest ball gown she can
Go for it.
because that's about all she wants right now.
Go for it. You spend a long time, like you're halfway into this box, thinking of the prettiest ball gown you have ever thought of, and nary a sheaf of cloth touches your fingers.
For shame.
Okay. I think that leaves me then.
Yep.
Okay, I am going to think of an animated shield.
Okay.
Didn't we have an animated shield?
No.
Elros
got one.
buggered off with his.
Yeah.
Ah, okay. That's why I was confused.
With a 14. Animated shield. You reach around inside of this for a while, and the very tip of your finger touches something leather that then escapes from your grasp and is lost to the interior of the box.
I'm going to use my inspiration.
Go for it.
Nope.
Not any better.
Nope. Darn. I hate this box.
Best use of inspiration, I think.
All right. So it's now the... When did we start this week? I think we started this week on the 12th? It's the 13th. So the 19th. So there is a posting for exploring the exploring the sinkhole, but the posting is for a week out on probably the 27th or so. And yes, long rest. So you have a choice at this point. You guys can either take another week for another long rest, or if you would want to go visit the cave, it's about a day out there. Who knows how long it'll take when you get out there, and about a day back. So you would not have time for another long rest. So you can either remain here and take another week for long rest doing tasks around town, or you may go out adventuring to the cave. Which would you guys prefer?
Well, I mean, we said we were going to be available for the sinkhole expedition.
Week off.
And we don't know how long that's going to take. Who knows? We could fall into another portal to the Feywild again.
That's called
I'd
an
be okay with this.
adventure. Okay. Let's all vote at the same time in Roll20 chat. 1 for the cave system, 2 for the sinkhole.
Sounds like a plan.
Well, call us in.
When I get to 0, 3, 2, 1, 0. So I have completely blanked on what 2 is, but 2 wins.
That was the sinkhole.
That was the sinkhole. So just wait a week in town, take another week for a week break off?
Yep.
Okay. So I imagine this conversation is back and forth fairly long, and it's about even, I'm assuming like one of you is vacillating a little bit. Maybe it's Risha vacillating a little bit between the two of them. But Oscar's like, well, you could help look around town some more for Tiasa. I still haven't. I found a lead. I think she's an adventuring guild, but I'm not sure other than that. So maybe you can use that. Go to the adventuring guild and get some more information on that. So Oscar finally leans it towards just taking another week of downtime and working on projects. I will roll Oscar again for finding stones of sending. 11. He's got a bead on one, but he hasn't found it yet. But he knows where to ask. So the rest of you have another week of downtime activities. Who wants to go first? And if somebody has, again, doesn't have one that they want to do, they can assist, give advantage on the roll of somebody else.
I want something for low light vision.
Okay. Well, you know where a magic shop is.
Apothecary.
Yeah, the Apothecary. I'm not even going to make you roll for that, but we will have to role play it.
I don't have that much money for them. Oh, wait. It costs money anyway.
Oh, if you don't have any money, that's okay. We can make another deal. Night vision, you said, right? I have just the thing for you.
What was the sword in the back that we know of?
It's a Masterwork Flamberg.
Is that worth anything that I know of?
It's worth some amount of money. It's a Masterwork weapon. It's not magical.
It's not magical. Okay.
It's about the closest you can get to magical without being magical, because Masterwork is like the best thing a smith makes.
come here.
So-
And she motions at you, Cryor, to come closer.
Oh, I'm not going there yet.
Oh, come
I'm
on.
just seeking my options. I think then I will best work on my Dragonhide belt to make it from a +1 to a +2.
Okay. That would be a Arcana check.
I thought we settled for a gold price. I'm not sure anymore.
Well, if you're paying somebody else to do it, you can pay them money.
Let's do Arcana.
Holy buckets, Batman. Hold on. Tools, notes. Is this going from uncommon to rare?
+1 to +2.
The rarity of the
Uncommon
item.
to rare, yes.
Thank you. Downtime rules. Haha, found it. So that would be a high difficulty, DC 15, 6 segments. But you already have a common item or an uncommon item. So I'm going to give you 3 segments of credit for it because it seems reasonable. So with a natural 20, you absolutely manage to upgrade your. You manage to upgrade. You're like, oh, I read how to do this in a book. I know exactly what I need to do. And you change a couple symbols on it, and you have Eberkeet come over and cast an enchantment spell on it, and it is now a +2 Dragonhide belt.
Awesome.
I can probably assist Ibrikid this week as well, because I still don't have anything I really want.
Okay. Eberkeet, let's go for you then.
Okay, I want to continue working on learning Warcaster.
Go for it. Feel free to take advantage from Lumi.
Indeed.
17. So it's a standard difficulty feat. So that's 2 segments. You think you're getting it.
How many segments do I need for the 2 clocks I'm working on?
A standard difficulty, which is a feat, is 4 segments.
Okay. And the other one's deciphering the spell book.
Yeah, the other one's deciphering a spell book. That one's an unknown number of segments.
Okay.
Especially since you haven't been dedicated time to it. I'm not going to have you do a luck roll because you can read it at this point, but the spells are not... You're not sure what the spells are.
Okay.
All right. Risha.
Risha's gonna be doing same old, same old.
Yeah, go for it.
And we're going to D20 +3 for charisma, and boom.
That was... Are you sure that was right?
Oh. Yep, that's a D20 +3.
Okay.
That's getting inspiration.
Go for it.
Because this is where I would put the dice in dice jail, but I don't have a digital dice jail.
Yeah, throw it across the floor. Don't use it anymore.
I mean, the fireplace is on.
Throw the bits of the dice in there.
Oh, that natural 1, but you rolled inspiration. Okay, continuing on.
Mm-hmm.
Since we're getting another long rest anyway, I'm gonna use my 18 portent on that.
Go for it. All right.
So that's a 21.
There you go. So
21 works for me.
yeah, so that is instead 3 segments. So it's DC 10 plus 5 for 15 plus 5 for 20.
3 of 4.
Yep.
Note saved. Thank you, EB-kun.
Are you sure you don't want to go with the natural 1? Because I had a thing for that.
I'm very sure. Mab's already mad enough at me as it is.
All right. I think you're left, Zari?
Yes. So I am going to start training Strike of the Giants.
Ooh.
Getting in touch with my now realized giant heritage.
Right.
What is that gonna be?
That would be a feat, right?
Yep.
Yep. So it's a DC 10. This sounds like an athletics probably feat.
Okay.
So 13's enough for one tick on your thing.
Okie doke.
And everybody gets a turn at the box. If I can find the list again. There it is. Haha. Who's first? You guys are going to find one of these things eventually.
Eventually.
I'll go for the same night vision, dark vision kind of thing.
Okay. Roll that beautiful luck dash. Roll 20. Roll me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Roll
That's
me.
2 20s in a row.
Roll me a 1d8. 1. All right. So you're thinking very hard about night vision.
Or dark vision.
or dark
light,
vision.
Stuff like that. Yeah.
And you just find your mind, like you're thinking, you enter a Zen state, your mind goes blank, and you come up out of the box holding a longsword.
Okay.
So it's a longsword plus 1.
Anybody want a longsword plus 1? Oh, sorry. Everybody wants a magical longsword?
Magical longsword, yep.
Not my cup of tea.
He says, drinking tea.
Yes, tea is my cup of tea.
I don't know. Longsword is a monk weapon, is it? You could trade it as a backup weapon.
Is it a monk weapon?
No,
Think so.
short sword.
Short sword. Okay.
Lumi, make sure this has been 2 weeks of downtime. Make sure you're ticking off your tea usage.
Oh, right.
I guess I will hold on to it. Maybe I can take it to the Apothecary and get a trade for it.
I mean, now that you know it, you can put it back in the box and just pull it out any time.
Yeah, that's true.
I'll just put it back in.
Okay.
You know, if they have something of the same value that one of the party wants, we can use it.
All right. Who's next?
Gonna stuff my hand in and think dagger. Daggers, they might have taken from someone, especially if they're a bit on the fancy side.
Go for it.
You say that aloud?
Yeah.
I hold up a dagger.
Risha holds up 2.
You spend several minutes, Lumi, reaching around inside this box and find nothing. So, behind the scenes, the way I'm making this work is, it's a luck roll. The DC is depending on whether or not what you're asking for is actually in the box. If it is, then the DC is lower. How close you have lowers the DC. If it's not, a natural 20 will still find you something. But
So you actually know what's in the box.
I know
right?
what's in the box.
Okay.
There are currently some number of things in the box that you guys don't know about.
Yep. So
And two things that you do.
Zarya is going to think animated shield again.
Go for it.
I really
Zari,
hate this box.
you get stuck a little bit. Your like shoulder gets stuck in the side of this, and it's like pinching your boob a little bit, and like, ow, 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 get me out of this! And then you just pull yourself back out. Like you weren't stuck, just.
I hate this box. Zari's new arch enemy, magical box.
Oscar's like, don't hit it with your axe or with your new sword. Don't hit it with the.
I'm not gonna hit it. I'm not gonna hit it with the thing. I'm just staring daggers at it.
All right, who's next?
Am I the only one left?
No, you and me,
Yep.
Ikun.
Okay, well. Still want a rapier.
Okay. Eberkeet, I don't know if you've seen Freerin, but you're small enough that you look a little like her getting sucked inside of a mimic, and somebody has to like pull you back out of the box.
Delightful.
Leopard and I found the same thing at the same time. Okay. Risha? Come on, you gotta roll good.
Eventually, right?
Right.
Nope.
This box hates us today.
My
I
digital dice are done for.
your
I'm
dice
done.
hate y'all. Like 3 natural ones.
I got 2
Alright.
natural
From
20s.
3 different people.
From 3 different people, no less. Needless to say, none of the rest of you find anything in the box this week.
I'm
Despite
telling you, this box hates us. It spites us.
like in spite of like, I mean, this is like the one successful opportunity, but you know, somebody probably spends like, I imagine Risha spends like hours every day when she's bored, just with her arm in the box, reaching around, going, maybe this, maybe that.
Indeed.
All right. It is the 26th of Emerald. You guys have spent almost 2 weeks in town at this point. You find yourself standing outside of the pit with oh shoot. Conrad and Vastamil and Jarek, along with Beatra and Iris, and 4 other adventuring parties. And you're being given a briefing, but I don't know how much attention you're actually paying to it. Most of the other adventuring parties are doing things like checking gear and completely ignoring what Jarek is telling you guys.
I'm paying attention. I don't have much gear to check up on.
Right. He's talking about, you know, everything that's come up out of the hole and the dangers that they expect you to see. They have a rope ladder that is attached to the top of the hole that is long enough to reach the bottom. That said, it's like 100 feet of rope ladder. So he suggests that if anybody has a way to get down there without climbing the ladder, it's probably safer, because it's a bit of a fall. That said, my monitor just clicked. Okay, it's back. He said, don't go in. We want the first quarter mile of this cave system, if it goes that far in. We want the first quarter mile of it mapped, if you can. And if you find a way to close off whatever cave it is, let us know. We have engineers, and he kind of motions to a trio of goblins that are kind of off to the side. They look like engineers, geologic engineers here who can help collapse it if you think there is a way to do so. But what we really need is more information. What do you find at the bottom of this cave? Do you find these creatures down in there? Do you find that they somehow become whatever they are down in there? It is for the first group that makes it out with a accurate map, or we can verify that against other maps. It's 1,000 brass per member of the group. It's 800 for every subsequent group that comes back out. If there's information that you guys are attacking each other, you're still subject to the laws of the city. No killing your compatriots. Help each other out if you can or must. We are willing to split the higher goal amongst more groups if they agree that they helped each other out. Either way, good luck. Be safe. Come back alive. And one of the groups heads over to the pit, starts climbing their way down the 100-foot tall ladder. It's about an hour of groups like organizing, getting up, ready to go, and you guys see the bad basilisks come up, and come to the edge of the pit and look over. They're wearing obscuring clothing, like Tiasa's like got a hood up over her head, and the basilisks talk amongst themselves, go off, talk to the guy who was giving the thing before, talk among themselves again, and then nod, and Kashi, the kobold, goes, "All right, we'll do it, but we're gonna have to go down tomorrow." You guys, after hearing this, and after having let at least one group head out ahead of you, head down the ladder, or go down another way. Do you have another way? I mean, Lumi does. Or I guess you don't have to do this.
I have other way for myself and more. Because polymorph is a spell.
True.
Yep, but you're not going to use that many spell slots, are you?
Yeah, but giant owl, double up. We're going down. I'm pretty sure I can carry 2 going down and not kill us. I couldn't fly with 2, but going down a hole should be easy cake.
I have no problem just jumping down.
What did they have, like a rope set up for us or something?
It's a rope ladder, but it's about 100 feet tall. So if you're in the middle of it and something happens, you're on a rope ladder about 50 feet off the ground. At
I
least
can survive that.
at least one group has successfully, without problems, navigated down the rope ladder themselves.
Well, line up. I'll ferry you down. Giant eagle form.
So suddenly you guys are standing next to an eagle are large?
Yeah.
Yeah. Large eagle, which is strong enough to carry one person flying or two people falling.
Risha just walks over the edge.
Risha cares not for gravity.
Yeah. All right. Risha goes down over the edge. The free 4. Illumis can carry up to 2 people going down. And Cryer, you said you could just leap?
What was the fall damage normally?
It's 1d6 per 10 feet. I
So
think.
what does it ends up to?
It's 5d6. I think it's 1d6 per 10 feet.
Yep.
Yes.
So
Yeah.
it's 100 feet down, so it's 10d6. Average of 35, no, 10d6. Yeah, 35 damage.
It's an average that I could.
Survive?
Yeah. Let's just do it. I'll jump.
Don't you have slow fall?
Yeah, but it
he
doesn't
can
take all the
reduce
damage.
He can reduce fall damage by 40.
Yeah.
All right.
And
So,
it might do up to 60.
pop your slow fall into chat, please. Because I want to see what it is, and I don't feel like looking it up on your sheet. If you can.
Slow fall. Where is it? I got it on this one. Maybe that still works.
You can use your reaction when you fall to reduce any falling damage you take by the amount equal to 5 times your monk level.
8, so 40.
So you're reducing your fall damage by 40. Okay. But it's not like I still roll the full damage.
Yep.
So you guys see Cryor leap off of the edge
I'm trying to make the hero landing.
and like do some monk stuff and like use the wall to slow his descent. That said, it's still
100 feet down.
It's still 100 feet down.
Whole pit.
All right, 10d6. 35.
Hell yeah.
So it's almost exact. It is exactly average somehow. All right, so you see him just at like the perfect time on the way down. Catch a piece of wall, catch something. And whenever he starts getting just a little too fast, he catches something on the way and lands at the bottom of this 100-foot cliff, completely undamaged, in whatever superhero pose you desire. The bits of rock and stuff from the wall like come clinking down behind you.
Come on, slow folks.
That's amazing.
Isn't that bad on your knees?
Risha says from halfway down, walking on the wall.
Meanwhile, a screech circling downwards in the whole giant eagle.
The group that was on the ladder as you guys went down, one of them goes, "See, he could do it." Another one, "No, you," as the person leaps from like 30 feet off the ground. They are not a monk. Okay.
Jeez, and I thought I was the bad influence.
And they land and they do the like superhero like fist down, one knee, one fist on the ground, and then they're like they try to look cool, but you hear coming up from their Ow. Yes, whoever you are, it is hard on the knees. Son of a... Ow.
I called it. I called it.
You guys are all now at the bottom of the thing. There is a cave entrance off to one side. That is rather dark. There is a set of torches in the cave already. Off ahead of you, there's another group that was about halfway down when you guys decided to start coming down. They're getting out their own torches and light sources. And they're like, good luck. One of them gets out a set of cartographer's tools. Starts sketching the bottom of the cave. And as you guys get your bearings and whatever light you want to light up, we're going to go ahead and end there. So, thank you to the players for playing. Thank you to everybody for watching. It has been great having you here. Bye.